everybody, we are here in the Desolation. This is actually one of my favorite looking maps in the game. I haven't really talked about this map at all, but man, it looks fucking crazy, you know, like all these portals everywhere, and you have this shit up there, and I don't know, it's one of my favorite looking maps in the game. Like I said, I love these like weird ass spikes coming out too. It's just a really like edgy, like weird fucking map, man. It's really, you know, like when you get deeper and deeper in MMOs and like you start off and like the land is like, you know, like pretty looking. There's not a lot of like bad stuff going on, like visually, like fires and like just destruction and just, you know, just awful looking environments. You know, it's pretty, you know, it's pretty. And then you get in the late game and it's like, what the fuck is this place? You know, like this is what that kind of reminds me of. But let's go ahead and take a look at the build here. So, as far as the gear goes, you know, we're doing the usual Berserkers with Scar runes, all Berserker gear here, with the Thief Relic, and then we have the Greatsword, and then we have the Staff here as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the gear. As far as, you know, changing shit up, I don't really think there's too much room here. We do have dual wield swords coming out. You know, the beta test is on the 28th. I think that's in, what, 4 days? So if you want to try those out on Reaper, yeah, go for it, you know? You know, that'll be pretty fun in the beta. But as far as some other alternatives go, I suppose Axe Main Hand. I have heard stuff about, like, daggers and stuff. I'm not sure if those got, like, buffed or whatever. The last time I checked, the daggers were kind of fucking trash, but I don't know. Maybe try those out. I have no idea if those are really that good or not. So for the build itself, we have Soul Reaping, Death Magic, and Reaper. So, you know, we have 1, 2. I feel like these are, you know, just pretty, you know, kind of obvious choices. As far as Death Magic goes, we have the Flesh of the Master here for masturbating. And then we have, so there's 2 trade options you can go with here. So there's this one right here, which the damage increase is nice, but the minions are still kind of trash. The great part about this is that it transfers conditions from you, and it also transfers it to the target, which is really cool. But the big thing is that it actually takes conditions from you, which is really fucking cool. I don't know entirely if, like, I don't know what the interval is for. I don't know if the interval is like for transferring conditions or for taking them from you, but I'm pretty damn sure, like, I don't fucking know, man. I'm too fucking stupid for this shit. However, I do like in most content Deadly Strength. So this gives you 10 strength, 10 power per carapace stack, and we get carapace stacks from like a lot of things. So we get it just from, you know, entering Shroud, from killing motherfuckers, minions, you know. So this even counts like the Rise minions and the little poison douchebags, the what are these guys called? The Jagged Horrors. Whenever, you know, they get summoned, all of those guys count for, you know, for the carapace. So that is a really cool thing. It also gives us toughness, which is cool, although it can be kind of bad at times because some enemies in the game are more aggro heavy, you know, with like high toughness enemies, and you know, your toughness is gonna be getting up quite quickly. But yeah, the power stacking is really nice there. As far as the 4th slot goes here, or the 3rd slot, we have 2 options here. So my favorite one is Death Nova, mainly because we get Jagged Horrors whenever we kill a foe, and it really just helps, because the whole reason why we're playing this, right, is because we swarming minions. It looks fucking awesome having your own mini army, right? And whenever you're killing guys and you're getting more minions and just swarming fuckers, and you got Rise in there too, and it looks so amazing. Like it's a visual feast of minions. It's pretty awesome looking. However, this one is great too. Unholy Sanctuary. It will automatically activate your Shroud if you were to take a lethal blow, which is really fucking cool. And you know, you regen health in Shroud, which is great because, of course, Shroud, you're completely immune in there. So being able to regen your health at the same time is a really nice thing. Although it is, you know, 2% per interval, you know, 1 second, so 2% per second, which isn't, you know, a whole lot, but, you know, it's still some healing. Reaper, we have 2, 1, and 3. I don't really think there's much like alternatives here, maybe besides Decimate Defenses, which gives you, I mean, what, 25, 50% crit chance basically permanently, right? I mean, because isn't like the max for vulnerability 25, and you know, assuming you're not like soloing stuff, you're pretty much always going to be at max vulnerability if you have like a decent amount of people. I don't even, maybe this build can pump that out. I have no idea. But you know, 3rd slot here, Reaper's Onslaught is a must. All right, so we're doing a Minion Master build, right? So we're not gonna like replace stuff with minions or with other stuff. However, you can replace the Rise Shout with a few things if you want. You could go with Signet Spite here just for more power, so more damage from your end, which is obviously a complete damage increase for you. You're going to be killing stuff quicker with this. But Rise, like I said, it's just so much fun. Like, that's the whole point of this build. It's not like a meta, like, insane build, right? It's just fun. Like, it's just fun to, like, look at all these minions fucking swarming people while you're going apeshit on people. It's fucking fun. So yeah, I would say it would be a good trade-off to run Spite. 180 power is a damn good bit for a fucking Signet. But Rise, like I said, since this is a Minion Master build, we really want to go full on into it. And of course, if you want as well, you could just replace this with a Minion. You can go with the Bone Fiend here. And if you want to, you could replace the little bony boys with the Bone Fiend as well. To be honest with you, like I said, the minions aren't very good. A lot of them don't have like very high like use cases. You know, with the exception of the Shadow Fiend and the, you know, the fucking what is this guy called, the Flesh Golem. You know, there's not like a lot of times where they're super useful. So it really doesn't fucking matter, honestly, which ones you run. At least in your utility slot, of course. Alright, so let's go ahead and just sort of show off what this thing looks like. Basically, I just use the staff for range combat, so if I'm like forced in the range somehow, then I'll use it. But I pretty much always just kind of stick on Greatsword because I just really like Greatsword on here, man. Greatsword's a lot of fun to play with. And of course we have our Shroud too. Shroud of course is a very dynamic thing to use in the open world. You're not going to be using it off cooldown if you don't want to. You know, you could save it for the extra health in certain situations. However, if you are in a situation like, you know, this, where you're just facing regular enemies, you know, you're not really worried about survivability in any sense at all. It's good to activate your Shroud, you know, whenever you can, because it really does melt stuff. And this build is not like high damage by any stretch of the imagination. We're not going to be absolutely just shredding. I mean, some shredding things, but these guys are just basic, man. They got no health. But we're not going to be shredding high health targets as fast as you would think. I mean, even these guys, like these veterans, still have like barely any. I'm just auto attacking. I'm fucking them up. So yeah, but like I said, the whole point of this build is just for fun, you know. It's not going to be super high damage. If you're looking into a build that revolves around pets, I think a great option for that is Mechanist. Mechanist has always been very good for that. Ranger is actually getting some pet changes here in a few days on the 28th. Quite a few. I'm going to be doing a bunch of testing on that day. I'll definitely make a video on it in terms of how pets are on there now. I doubt it's really going to be too much of a difference, but we'll see. Alright, so that's the build. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah. I'm gonna go take a shit. Peace.